This weekend I have my first ultra marathon in over 2 years. The goal is 100 miles is what I would like to do, but it's kind of also a no guarantee because I took 2 years off. I had a few dental surgeries and just some other life stuff that's come up. So I've really only been back to training for about 6 weeks. I do have like the muscle memory because I've done so many in the past, and I do know that I can do it, but I'm also going to listen to my body and just see how I'm feeling and not run myself into the ground, obviously. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I have a lot of friends going. My mother-in-law is doing it with me, which is so fun. I cannot wait. This is my tackle box that I take to every race, and I put everything in it that I need, especially in a loop race, because you come around and you pass your stuff every time you make the loop. So anything you need, you can just grab it. I'm always doing self-supported races where that way I don't have to have a crew. I can just like grab what I need. Like if I have a crew or somebody there who's helping, awesome. But I'm usually set up to kind of do it myself if need be. So this is like just one of the cheap ones that I got from Home Depot, like the Husky brand. And it rolls, it has the big bottom compartment, and then the top has like all these little individual things, and then the lid is see-through, so you can like easily see what you have. And this has been like a game changer. Like this has like seriously changed the game. Like I can have ibuprofen, electrolytes, KT tape, sunscreen, headlamp, like everything accessible. But because I've taken a 2-year break, this has been in the shed for so long. So like everything in here needs to come out, get washed, get cleaned, thrown away if it's bad. Batteries are gonna be corroded and stuff. So hopefully that's not like ruined my headlamp and things like that. So I think first I'm just gonna like pull everything out and just see what's in here, and then I have a list started of the things that I need, and then I'll add them back in. This one's just like hair ties, you know, you lose those along the way. I don't know if sunscreen expires. Does sunscreen expire? Does anyone know? It's not melted, surprisingly. But anyways, yeah, this is this will be my 7th 100 miler, if I get it. But this is like a no DNF race because it's a 48 hour, it's a time limit instead of a mileage amount. So there's different medals, buckles, depending on the distance that you get. But it's however many miles you want to do in 48 hours. So there is no failing, which is really nice. Like I think that's a good one for a lot of people who want to do an ultra or a 100-mile attempt. It's like, it's a good way to do something and have no pressure. Like I personally don't mind if I DNF because it means I tried something hard. Maybe things just went wrong that day and I couldn't perform, or I wasn't fit enough, I wasn't ready, I didn't train appropriately, etc. A lot of times it's just, you have a day that just isn't your day too. So, getting over a little cough, but it's fine. Like it's totally fine to have a DNF, in my opinion. Like you showed up to something super hard. This one, you won't end up with a DNF. You'll just get whatever your mileage is. So if it's not 100, it's still probably the most you've ever done, or a really big number. And that's something to be proud of. And I think that's a good first one, because a lot of people will beat themselves up on like, oh, I failed. And you didn't fail. You went out, you did something hard, and it didn't go your way, and you have another chance to do it again. Like you find another one, you train some more, you get back out there, you learn something from every single one. I haven't completed every single one I tried. I have completed 6. I have attempted a few more than that. think how many even. I'll have to look back, but I definitely have a one that I stopped at 100K and just went home. Like it was a monsoon. I was overconfident. I think it was my second attempt, and I had just done the first one, and it was like kind of really easy for me the first time. And then things just went my way. It was like, even my dad afterwards was like, they're not all like this. So everything just went my way on the first one. And so then the second one, I was a little bit overconfident and just was like, I got this. And then everything went wrong and I fell apart a little bit, you know? And it's like, then I waited and trained and all that. And then I came back and redeemed myself at that race, because that's what, for me, I needed to do. Like some people don't have that, but that was something I wanted to go back and overcome. And I did 2 more times. So, yeah, it's part of the learning of it. I really think that people make it out to be harder than it is. It is hard. Things are gonna hurt. Things can get rough out there, but it's like you have to just break it down in little bite-sized chunks and not put the pressure of 100 miles on yourself. I just try to think about, on a loop race, it's easy because you just think about the loop you're on, you know? And then ones that are point to point, I haven't done a full point to point 100. I have one coming up, but right now I haven't done that. So, but I've done other point to points that are not that far of a distance, you know, I've done lots of 50Ks that way. I've done lots of, I've done a 50 miler that way. So it's different, you know, but you still just worry about the mile you're on, like get through that mile. Like don't worry about, can I do 100 miles? Can I finish this mile? Can I finish this loop? That you have to just break it down and simplify it. And don't make it so heavy, is what I'm saying, I guess. All right, I'm gonna see what's down in here. I hope that doesn't fall over. Okay. Oh my goodness. I have not messed with this in a long time. I got zip ties. I think that was for, my tent was broken. Oh, sorry. Oh, that still turns on. So anyways, I'm gonna get all this stuff out of here and then we'll repack it appropriately. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. Any more area? Shred my stuff. Ooh, these are amazing. These are there was one year me and my dad did this 100 miler that was on asphalt, and it was completely flat, which sounds easy, but asphalt is so hard on your joints, your feet, all the things. And then also flat, like if you're landing the same way every single time, it can be hard on like your hips, your joints, and your feet and everything. Like you get blisters easier because your feet keep hitting the same way, so it's like rubbing the same spots. Sorry, I am hopefully gonna have this cough gone by the time I get to this race this weekend. But so it was a 1 mile loop, and we got to the point where we literally were like, I don't know if I can do 1 mile. And that's what we did. We got these little stools that were so easy to carry, and they just popped out, and we carried them with us. And if we made it halfway around the loop, and we were like, we want to sit for 30 seconds, we would pop these stools up and sit for 30 seconds. I haven't used them much since then, but I always bring them just in case. But a lot of races, there'll be like a stump or a bench or something you can sit on for a second. But I keep these in my kit because it's like a safety net of knowing if I get to a point where I don't want to have to go 4 miles without sitting down. Because even sitting down for 30 seconds, like, takes so much pressure off of your feet that, like, then I can do another half mile or another mile or whatever it is at the time, like, depending on where I'm at in the race and like how I'm feeling. But these are great. These have saved me many a times. So they're staying in there. But yeah, so we're gonna ooh, look, there's one of my bibs from, oh, this is the last ultra that I did right here. that was Dark Anchor. The Yeti Trail Runners, Dark Anchor. This was 2024, I believe. Yeah, so I'll get out of there. I don't think this works either, so we'll go through this stuff. Also just ordered a crap ton of different gels and clip blocks and all the different brands from the feed, because you can buy individual ones from them, and I wasn't sure which ones I liked, and I've been wanting to try a bunch of different ones, so I thought this was a good time to just like buy a bunch of different ones and test them out, and then I'll know what I like for, you know, the next race. Like this is one that I'm just trying to get back into it. I'm going to help some friends, have fun, hopefully get 100 miles, but yeah, like get back to like my self-care things during it, like the taping of my feet, yeah, the foot care, nutrition, fueling, getting proper salt, hydration, just all of that, like working through some of that stuff. And yeah, so I just literally got I got the ones that are just like basically honey, the ones that are made out of dates, which I usually love dates. I'll probably take a whole container of just regular dates too, because I love them. I got the salted margarita Cliff Blocks are my favorite. I know they're probably processed as heck, but I think I'm using them fast enough in these races that I'll survive, because I eat pretty well the rest of the time. And they gave me free water bottles that have my name on them, and I'm so excited about them. I don't usually use this kind of bottle, but they have my name on them, so I like it. Whatever. I haven't tried this either, Mortal Hydration, but it came with a free bottle, and I think I spent enough that they like threw that in as a freebie, so I have that too. And then I'm getting my tapes, and this is some more stuff from my races, like my vest, which I do think I need to get a bigger vest for some of the races I have coming up that hold a little more, because I do want to do some more point-to-points where you have to carry more of your own gear. So this is great for shorter distances, but I would like to get I do like the Solomon one, so I want the Solomon one, but the bigger size with more storage. So yeah, that is gonna empty that out and then we're gonna repack. Okay, things are coming together. I have speaker in case like me and my mother-in-law want to listen to the same thing. We can just like attach it on us at night and then listen together instead of our headphones. Coffee cup, because sometimes they make coffee and you don't. Last time I forgot a cup, so have that in case I need it. Belt, trash bag, just kind of randomness in there. Definitely a few more things I'm gonna need to buy at the store. Probably gonna hit REI tomorrow because I'm running low on like chafing creams. I like Salty Britches a lot, and then also Squirrel's Nut Butter. So I have Squirrel's Nut Butter, the toe one, Happy Toes, in here. That's still good. I have 1 pack of Salty Britches, like a single use one. So I need to get a tube of that. My Body Glide's almost empty. I need to get like Gold Bond powder and stuff too, because that's really good for feet, butt crack, everything. So there's some of those things that I still need to get. My interval timer, because I do intervals for a race this long, so then it'll just beep instead of having to set it on my watch. Like this will save battery life on the watch. So have that, blister band-aids, deodorant, sunscreen, ibuprofen, KT tape, headlamp, emergency blankets, knuckle lights, stuff like that. And then in here, so far, I have the 2 stools. Ooh, I don't want it to flip over. Okay. I have the stuff for my feet. So this is the tape I use. It's like a paper tape. I showed it earlier. So that's in there. I use this 2 Toms blister shield. I put this on my feet before I put my toe socks on, and that really helps keep my feet dry. And when they're dry, they're less likely to blister. So got that.
And I mean, I go overboard. I like to have everything and just be prepared, because then any problem you run into, you're prepared. First aid kit, one of my extra water bottles that's like a handheld in case I need it. I have the ones that go in my vest as well. This is the Jackery. I love this thing. That's for charging watch, phones, headphones, anything. It'll charge anything that any of us have. So got all that in here so far. I'll probably still add my vest and things in here, bladders and some of that just for storage until I get there. And then, so yeah, so far that's what I got in here. And then in this box, I just got all of my, like salty drink mixes, gels, Clif Blocks, gummies type deal. Just some random snacks like crackers, in case anybody, like that's just an easy snack to have. What are these? These were in the pantry. My husband bought these. And so I thought I would steal them because he's deployed and not here to eat them anyways. Cinnamon almond butter biscuits. I'll probably get like Pop-Tarts and some just like those kind of junk food things that are not like the healthiest, but they're great for these kind of things. And trail mix. I had to take a break and go do my run, which was my last run before the race. So that's awesome that that's done. But goodness, I have found my salty britches. So that's amazing. So I don't have to buy that. I found a chafing stick. This one's called Mega Babe Thigh Rescue. I've never used this one, but we're gonna test it out on this one because then I don't have to buy one, so boom. Dude wipes, you need them, self-explanatory. There's things that need to be wiped. I mean, even just your armpit, sometimes it like makes you feel really nice to just have a fresh armpit and then fresh deodorant when you're that deep in a race and you've been sweating for 36 plus hours. Sandals. I put these in my kit every time because sometimes your feet just are so swollen and sore and you just like your shoes have been pushing on them. If you have blisters, anything, like sometimes you just want to give your feet a break. And so I'll just do like a loop in these every so often just to like let everything dry out, stretch out, spread my toes, all the things. Or there's been races before too where my feet have been so beat up that I really couldn't even fit them in my sneakers anymore. So I have finished races in these. I got 3rd place at a race. I did 116 miles. I think only 114 counted, but I was running, my fastest loop was my last loop, and I was wearing these right here. So sandals. You don't have to have Tevas. That's what I have. People like Chacos and other things. This is just what I like. So yeah. They do have a little texture on them that sometimes, like if your feet are super raw, that doesn't always feel the best, but overall I haven't really had a problem with that. So there's that. Trekking poles, you will need them at some point. Like I try to not use them, on mountains I use them more, but for these kind of races, I try to not use them early on, like not until I'm more like 70-ish miles maybe on a flat one. But you can use them whenever, but you don't have to have ones this expensive. Mine are the Lakey Ultralight and they're pink. So I paid extra for them being pink for one, but it makes me happy, so worth it. And then I also paid extra to get the most ultralight option that they had, because I do a lot of events where you have to carry all your gear with you, military simulation type events and things, and every little bit adds up and it's weight you have to carry, so you don't want them to be heavy. So for these, a loop race where you can leave it by your car or your tent and you're not carrying it with you the whole time, you can get heavier poles. You can get like Amazon hiking poles, just whatever. But if you're really getting into the sport and you're gonna do a lot and you're gonna do point to points and you're gonna carry your stuff, these. There is a 70 miler a Greenberry Fitness 70 miler through the Ocala National Forest that I do, and you have to carry like a weighted backpack and stuff too. But I use these in my like making up my weight. But these are great for stuff like that because you have to carry everything you're gonna need with you for the whole 70 miles. So yes, those. Anyways, on to the next. Sunglasses. I've got a pair of Hoka ones that they gave me for free at an event, and then just a pair of Gooders. I haven't decided which ones I'm taking, but I just grabbed out 2 pairs. So whatever your favorite running sunglasses are. I'm not sure what the sunniness level is going to be this weekend, but prepared. Gloves in case it's chilly at night and when you're walking or moving slower. When you're like further along in mileage, these are great. Water bladders, water bottles. I still have to find my other bottle like this that goes in my vest. My running belt, some more of the little, these kind of bottles, all of that. So yeah, that's pretty much everything else I'm gonna put in the kit. And then tomorrow I'm gonna focus more on packing my clothing, socks, shoes. I'm gonna cook some like warm food, well, not warm food, like actual solid food. It will be cold because it will be in a cooler. I'm gonna get that stuff done. So that'll be part 2 of packing for this ultra. But yeah, it's been a minute, so hoping I didn't forget anything. I'm gonna like go over my list and rewrite some stuff. Oh, the jet boil. I do not have the jet boil packed yet, but I am gonna get that from, I'm in the middle of moving, so it's at my other house. So I'm gonna get that too for making coffee, like instant mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, like whatever, anything that's like in one of those cups, oatmeal, just to boil water basically for any of those things. So yeah, that is the main kit. And then yeah, tomorrow we'll do clothing, shoes, socks are very important, hats, food, cooler, the car, getting everything in the car. I'm not bringing a tent because I'm going with friends, and so my friend Angela is bringing the tent. So we kind of like divvied out things. Lizzie's gonna share the cooler with me. So yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow with part 2.